Good evening, Conneaut. Hey, man, it's been a while. It's been a while. I've been working a lot of crazy hours, and it has been a while since I've actually been on. And as you can see, I'm not on live, but I am on. So I have taken the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off from work. I felt like I needed a break, and so I took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It is Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. Beautiful sunshine outside. A little chilly out there, but hey, it's doable. It's doable. But just wanted to get on here and kind of give a shout out. I want to do some more Good Evening Cognacs, brought to you by Cognac Stream Live. So hopefully this is the start of something. I want to get into the brand new year. I want to get active doing Conneaut streaming, at least somewhat 3-4 times a week, and just but I need content. I need your help. Your help comes in the fact that if you are a business, if you are a social organization, or an event coordinator, or if you have events that you're putting on and you do stuff in the community, let me know, because I would love to get together with you and do a interview. Uh, be It'd be a recorded interview, and I have one coming up. I did one today. I was so excited about getting this, and I put it all together today, and so I wanted to get it on air. And I went to Attic Athenaeum. All right, it's the bookstore that's in Conneaut. I finally cut him open, and what a beautiful, beautiful treat. I mean, oh my God, there's all kinds of stuff in there. And so he was busy with a customer when I walked in. So I kind of went around the corner and went in the other room. He said there's a TV in there if you wanted to watch TV, and he finished up with his customer. And so I went in there and I sat down. I said, "Oh, what are you? I'm not much of a reader. I'm not much of a reader. I have to say that. I am a listener. I love to listen to audiobooks. And so, of course, you can see it. I got it in my ear. I'm always in a book, always in a book, always in a video. And so I'm sitting there, and there's this binder, a ring binder, and I forget who he said that actually, and it's in the video that I did because I made a remark about how fascinating that book was. I just sat down and I started flipping through some of the pages, and lo and behold, I found people I actually knew, and Miss Lugeza, the historian, or the I don't know what your actual title is, but I actually saw her picture in there. I says, "Oh my gosh, her daughter looks like just like her." And it was fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic read, and I started thumbing through it. 1810s, 1820s. I says, "Oh my God, early 1800s." I mean, it was just an interesting how things were so different back then. So different back then. But that's kind of what I'm dedicating this whole show to, is that the bookstore, the Attic Athenaeum. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. I told him, I said, I'll probably butcher that every time. It's just not a word that I'm accustomed to. But beautiful bookstore. Great coffee. He has coffee flavors, and he has hot chocolate. And it's a meeting place. It's a place where you can actually go and meet with a friend without a whole lot of noise going on, and you can actually sit and chat with this friend and have a good time. They have free Wi-Fi there, and just what a beautiful atmosphere. Small, it's cozy, and he is just a a real neat person to talk to. So I'm going to bring up his Facebook page because he is so much in uh, his Facebook page because he posts all the time. He's definitely a person that actually does a lot of stuff on the internet. So the address is 786 Main Street, Conneaut, Ohio. The hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 8, closed Sunday and Monday. Everybody's got to have a day off, right? He's kind of a one-man band. He has hired a lady that actually goes in and, or a person that goes in and takes care of the store while because he has other things he has to do too. So, but just a real neat, okay, so he has all kinds of stuff that's actually going on. He's got gift certificates. I'm going to bring my other screen up here. He's got gift certificates. He's got books in his glass case. You'll see the coffee over there. He's got the coffee and the hot chocolate. And I mean, of course, he sells it. He sells books. He sells the beverages. And just a really neat guy to talk to. A very clean store, very organized in a way that it just makes sense. But I had a really good time, just kind of going over some of the things. This is kind of a different view of the store. That's kind of the front of the store there. The two windows, but you see all the books, and he's an author. He writes books, so which is kind of neat in the fact that I mean, a writer in Conneaut has a bookstore. He's a musician. He used to travel all over the place doing stuff, in music. Christmas is almost here. It's a perfect time. Stocking stuffers, gift cards. Just a really nice smoke-free. You see one of his signature hot chocolate there. But it's in the old, I think it was a Kerner store. It used to be an old convenience store of some sort back in the day. And he's really developed this into something that's really nice. And if you get a chance to actually talk with this guy, he is so knowledgeable in certain on things that he's just a real pleasure to talk to. I mean, as you'll see, I have a video that I actually went and did a video on him. So, but just so much to actually see there and actually do, and he'll actually explain in the video where it's a meeting place. He says, if I'm closed on Sunday and Monday, and he says you want to have a private party on Sunday or Monday, he says I'm open to it. He says just donate, whatever you can, $50, and he says the whole place is yours. He says, and that's just how he kind of rolls. But on his normal opening days, you can come in if groups want to come in and play D&D. If you want to come in and actually just sit and watch TV or read a book or just kind of hang out, have a cup of coffee. He's all into that. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video, and we'll talk about it on the other side. Here at Attic
Athenaeum. Or Athenaeum, whatever one you want to say.
This is Mike, and we're doing this in his bookstore.
Yeah.
Is it just a bookstore?
No.
I mean, how do you look at this?
It's a community place for people to come and hang out. We got TV they can watch, a big 55-inch TV with cable, free Wi-Fi, fiber optic Wi-Fi. It's initially a bookstore. Everything that's in here is books. But people come in here, watch TV, hang out, have coffees. We do mochas, lattes, coffee, espresso, hot chocolate, I mean, everything. And you can just come and sit and chill, read books, watch TV, hang out with your friends, talk, use the Wi-Fi. You know, it's kind of an everything thing. Initially a bookstore, but you can hang out here.
So it's a gathering place.
It can be.
Where friends can actually meet up.
Yeah, they can. I have that every day. Like, not every day, but twice a week people come in here and hang out. There's groups that come in and they hang out. Specifically, they come in and hang out. There's a church group that comes and sits in a room and they get coffees and they go out there and read. And there's a D&D group that plays here on the table. They play. They come in here at nighttime and play. And so yeah, there's a few things people come in.
And it's kind of nice, right off of Route 20 here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The old King's Corner.
so this location seems to be doing better than the last one you were at.
Yeah. The last one was it was a nice building and everything, but it was a bad location. People didn't want to go down there. It just wasn't the right place for the bookstore to be. The bookstore needed to be in a bigger place,
Yeah.
a little more user friendly.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, because you're not a Conneaut native.
No, I've been here about 14 years, maybe. I'm exaggerating. I don't think it was even that long, but close to that. And I moved here because my wife is from here and her family's from here. And so she wanted to come back home, and I said, all right. So I moved here. But I used to tour music for a living on a major label. That's what I did. And now I write books for 2 different traditional publishing platforms. So you can get my books anywhere, Barnes and Noble, anywhere. Here, I know. But so I write books now for a living. This is my retirement. I opened the bookstore, chill out. You know, enough people know me in town that I'm like, all right, let's do that. Let's do a little local business deal because I'm going to be here, I guess, indefinitely. And my wife doesn't want to leave, so I'm like, all right, let's do it, man. You know?
Well, that's where her family's from.
Yes.
In this area.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm from overseas, so it doesn't matter where I live. I can live anywhere, especially with my job. I can be anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So you talked about some of the books that you did. I mean, we forgot to grab one off the shelf.
Oh, I'll go grab them right now. I'll grab them. I have 3 different ones that are out right now. This is through the first company, Castle Carrington. I'm on 2 different companies. And I'll talk about the other one later. I can't really discuss it right now because we don't have release dates for the new books. But I just signed a contract with a new company, so I have 2 publishing companies I go through. My horror stuff that is kind of, it's dark but it's low-key, is on Castle Carrington. The splatterpunk that I write, that is extreme dark stuff, fringe writing it's called, is on this other company that's coming out. Because that's what they specialize in. But I have a kid's book called Zombies Are People Too. It's for K through 5. It's a diversity book about children, not judging other children for what they may be or what they may look like.
Nice.
And I use zombies as the example.
A nice, good life lesson.
Yeah, right. So, and of course, my writing name isn't Mike. My writing name is De Gaulle.
Okay.
And it's not actually a name, it's a term. De Gaulle is an old Anglo-Saxon term, and it means a hollow one down by the river. So what they used it for were people that were involved in things that the town didn't like, whatever it may be. They labeled them De Gaulles and moved them down towards the river to live. So they were like, you have to live there. They're outcasts.
Oh, okay.
So I use that because it's a good horror name. It's a good dark name. So, and then a book that I have 4 copies of left is Bingo. This was my first novella. It's very short. It's a novella. Novelette technically, because it's a little bit shorter. You can read this really in one sitting. Bingo is about a town called Crescent, but it's Conneaut. I just call it Count Crescent. So when you read the book, there's things in here that you'll read and you'll come across and go, I know where that is. Like that's in this town. I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
So and I use that. It's a story of redemption, of people's loss, and these 3 people coming together through a terrifying experience. The antagonist of the book his name is Bingo. He's a man called Bingo.
Okay.
And so, yeah, and that was
Now,
my first.
would that be made after a person that you had met here?
No,
No?
no.
Just a character?
Just a character. And nobody in the book is from here
Okay.
at all, not even a little bit.
Alright.
And so that book is now off the market. When these 4 sell, it's gone. That's
Wow.
it. Yeah, I did a run of it, and I was like, let it disappear into the ether. Let's just put it out and let it go away. Right? Because I was like, yeah,
Nice.
this was the first book, and then we'll bring it back. We'll do like a re-release or something, because that was fun to do, right?
Yeah?
So now Pigheads, this is a novella, full novella. This is set in NorCal, California. This is what the whole t-shirts and stuff are. And this is a little more closer to the splatterpunk style writing. There's some pretty gruesome stuff in here. This is my second release from Castle Carrington that came out. And this is being, we're in negotiations with a company about this maybe being filmed. So we're doing that right now. So we're talking about that. And we'll see what happens with that. So this has been out. This will not be going away. This will stay out definitely. We're gonna do a second run of it pretty soon. I'm gonna be changing the cover and do the second run just to do it. You know, we've been through a run already. So, and that's Pigheads. And so these 3 came out through Castle Carrington. I have a book I'm writing right now called Bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, that's coming out through the other company. It's splatterpunk. It's very visceral writing. You know, so it's got some pretty dark topics in there.
So, I mean, so this one's only got 4 left. You can't get it anywhere else.
Ever. It's gone.
But
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
There's
That's
only
it.
4 left.
Yes, and I
Right
did
here in your store.
Yeah, and I did a signing of those. So if people do come in the store and get them, if they decide not to go to like another competitor to buy my book, like a bigger store, I sign them and autograph them, and they get a free bookmark.
Nice.
That's my design bookmark. So they get that with it, and I sign it for them. So I've sold out. I had 100 of those in here, and now I have 4. And that's it. That's the last I have of them. I can't even get them printed for myself. I have to call the publisher and go, we have to do another run, which we're not doing. We're gonna hold it, and maybe a couple years down the line, be like, oh, remember this first book? And yeah, and put it out.
Now, I came in yesterday to talk with you, and you were busy with a customer.
Yep.
So I spent a lot of time in the other room. And I guess I could have turned the TV on and just done like any normal person would have. But that book that you have sitting there on the little coffee table there, about Conneaut Ashtabula, that really caught my attention.
Yeah.
And how far it dates back into
Yeah.
the 1800s.
The big binding one, right?
Yeah.
That's from the museum. The
Okay.
gentleman that was just in here for the museum, that's their book.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bind those and put those together, and they brought them in here to sell. So yeah.
That was interesting.
It is.
To actually see, because one of the historians, I guess, or the person that actually is in there, she's pictured, Miss Legeza. And so I'm flipping through it going, this is way back,
Yeah.
it's back in the day, so.
Well, I mean, if you come in here and look around on some of the walls, like there's one right up there in the back there. If you look around the walls, you'll see these really old photographs, like from the 1800s, 1600s. They're all Conneaut people. I have acquired them through estate sales and people getting rid of stuff, and the oldest one I got is Main Street. There used to be a photography place there in I believe it was 1810 was a photography place, and there's a picture of a 16-year-old girl dressed up in this photograph. And everybody looks at it and goes, "That's on Main Street," and it gives you the address and everything. You can go there now. It's that strip buildings, and that's where it was. And then the picture was taken there, and so there's just pictures all over the place in here of Conneaut. Some of the photography, when you look at the TV, above the TV, there's that graveyard photo. I took that photo. I do photography on the side.
Okay.
That graveyard is when you leave at Springfield or on that bend.
Okay.
That graveyard that's sitting right there.
Yeah.
That's that graveyard. I just shot it in a different light, a different way.
Different angle?
Yeah, and everybody's like, "That's crazy," and I go, "Yeah, that's." So I have a lot of those around here too. There's a lot of local artists have their art in here, hang out for sale. So there's local artists in here, and I try to keep it. We have mugs, Conneaut mugs that are made by a local a lady doing mugs. These T-shirts over here are from a company called Bounded. They're local, and they do like bookworm apparel So like they got these embroidered shirts that say Bookworm.
Okay.
And hoodies that say Book Club and Book Nook and such, and they have those here. You know, they look there, and then I have my t-shirts from my store. We got one missing there because our last hoodie sold. I had a hoodie there, and the last one sold. It looked just like this, but it was a hoodie, a black hoodie, and that sold. So we do a lot of local stuff. We try to get, I tell people if they have local books, if you're a local author, bring your stuff in. People can do, you know, I do indie authors here too. So, and I let people use this place for what they want. You know, if I'm closed on Sundays and Mondays, but if someone wanted to use this place for a sip and paint or something or whatever, if it's a day I'm open, you can use it. I won't even ask you to do it. I don't need a dime from you. You know, if I'm closed, I just ask for a donation. You know, because I'm closed, so I'm going to come in on a day off. Like, hey man, it's my day off. I have kids, and so if you want to use the place, I'm cool. But just throw me a donation. I don't care what the donation is. Just throw me a donation, and I'll use it towards the store. You know.
So you're open to private parties.
Absolutely, and but regular hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And and I have one person that works here with me. She usually works the nights. So we're pretty open to the community. We've had a acoustic act come in here and play. They played right here by the thing. People sat out there. Everything. All my tables are on wheels. I can move anything out of the way, and I have all these chairs out back. I can set all up. People could come and throw a show, do a poetry read, do a book signing. You know, whatever they want to do. Like I'm very open. Yeah.
So you do some kind of playing too. Acoustics, was it?
Yeah, I retired from music, but I still do it. I don't play my music anymore. I don't play anything I wrote anymore. I haven't done it I haven't played any of my songs in probably a couple years. Cause I don't care. I know it sounds crappy, but I just don't care. If someone asks me to, I'll play one, but usually I'm playing covers. So what I do now is I'll go like, Twisted Elk in Lake City or up in Painesville or Concord area, like Red Hawk Grill or something, whatever. I play fire departments and all that kind of stuff. And I'll just do folk music, just play acoustic guitar, folk music. I have a gig at the end of this month on the 29th down at the new Days Bar. Okay. You know, I'm playing down there. I just played there last week and we had a packed house. It was fun. People came and listened and had a good time. And so I do it for fun now. I don't do it for anything serious. I don't even write music anymore. I just play stuff I like to listen to. And because I write, I'm so busy writing, it's ridiculous. I came in here at 8. I came in here at 8 to get books for my book look show that I do, and I wrote for a little bit, and then I came back here and I was editing when you came in. So I was like, I'm writing so much, just trying to get deadlines done, and publisher is like, dates, man, like we need the script by this because they have the editing, and all this stuff and marketing. Right. So yeah, deadlines, and they're serious about them. Like they yell at you, like they're not happy if you don't meet deadlines. So
what's it take to make a book like this?
I don't know. I get asked this question all the time, and I'm gonna be like 1,000% honest with you. I have no idea. So what happens is I'll just be doing something. I'll just be doing something, and I'll go, that's interesting. Because I do what's called fringe writing. So I take very odd topics that no one likes to talk about, and I go, let's do that. I'll give you an example. So the book that is now in editing form, that'll be out through this new company called Bubblegum. This is about a young girl who is obsessed with cosplay. She goes and cosplays, and she goes to conventions and does stuff, and she's obsessed with rock music and all these different things, and she loves serial killers, very American, right? And her favorite thing to do they call them the Solid Three. It's this boy named I won't give names, and this other girl that's her best friend. They're all best friends, and they do this thing called Chew. They call it Chew. What it is they came up with a code name because they smoke marijuana. The strain they smoke is bubblegum. That's a real strain. It's out there. It's a real strain. Now I had to do a lot of research because I'm straight edge. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't even eat bad food. I'm a pretty clean eater. So I had to do a lot of research because I don't really know about drugs. Right. I don't know what it does. I had to ask friends that do smoke. Like, what do you feel like? So I did all this research, and what ends up happening is I found out through this strain that if you mix it with things, bad things happen. because it's a synthetic drug. It's kind of mixed between things. So they go camping, and through a series of events, they end up. They have 2 bags because they think, let's have fun. One's normal and one's laced with something, and they're all like, no. But the one kid's like, no, we should be fun. Well, through a series of events, they end up smoking the bad stuff. They do, and it's laced with LSD, and she loses her mind. Well, the thing she likes to cosplay is like werewolves, like especially Nordic werewolves, right? She's like all enthralled with the lore of it. Well, within losing her mind, she, on this bad trip, she starts to believe that she's a werewolf. So she ends up murdering and eating her friends. And that's the story, right? So people just go, what? And I thought of that one night while cooking dinner. Like, what if, And so so what does it take to write the book? I don't know. I start writing and I go dialogue. And then I get it all roughed out, And then after I rough it out, and it's garbage. Like, you're looking at this thing like there's mistakes and jumbled words and sentences that don't make any sense and all kinds of stuff. And then you start editing, and I work with a whole team of editors, and we sit and they kind of go, there's a hole here. What if like, yeah, let's do this. Like every writer does. They work with editors. Yeah. You start putting it together, and the next thing you know, it starts to become a solid form. And then by the end of this whole journey, you have this story. And you're like, and sometimes it comes from nothing. And those type of writers are called pantsers, right? We're pantsers. We just pants it. We make it up as we go. We don't even know where the story's going. I don't even know the end of it. I kind of know the end of the story, but it writes itself. And then there's people that are planners that plan everything. Stephen King plans out every tiny thing he writes. Nothing is pantsed. Little tiny things are pants. That's it, for the most part. And then he does some pantsing stuff too. And I'm a hybrid of those two. I'll start pantsing it, but as I'm pantsing it, I'll go, okay, I want it to go here. So I'll write that down. It's going to go to this direction. How it gets there, I don't know. I'm going to pants that. But it's going to get to this direction. And so that's all I know. Outside of that, I have no idea how I write anything. I just write it and go, it's imagination. It's there. I guess it's something I just can do naturally well.
It kind of ties in with your music, because music's nothing more than just storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, it is. When you write your own music, it is. Yeah. I mean, the writing of the music is theory, melodies and notes, but the storyline of the song you're singing about is nothing but storytelling. It's poetry. It's poetry instead of spoken, it's sung, and it's storytelling, sang instead of told. And it's the oldest form of human communication. They've been doing campfire songs since cavemen, grunting. So it's the oldest form, and storytelling will never. It's something that'll never die. I hate to say this, shun. It may all turn digital someday, where we don't have physical books in the hand. I'll fight to the death on that. But no matter what, it'll never go away. Because storytelling will always be something that's something we communicate. So, but I don't know how I do it. It's just a natural thing I know how to do.
I call it a cluster of books on a shelf at home that my wife has collected since my first little one came in.
Yeah.
And she just puts them up on a shelf, And I says, when are you going to get rid of that mess?
Yep.
She will not get rid of that mess.
Yep. I have thousands.
Like, she says, you don't understand. Someday, those are not going to be realistic.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, so here's the thing that I try to get across to people. So I don't care if it's fiction or not. It doesn't matter. All books are time capsules. And what I mean by that is when you read a story, when you read Dracula, right? Although it's a series of journal entries, the whole story, you get a feeling for what was scary to people back then. That was scary to people. They read it and they go, oh, they're terrified. Now we look at it like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so they talk about what's scary at the time. You get to read language of how people spoke. You get to, like slang we use, that's in books when you read it. So 50 years from now, a book like this book, people will read my book and be like, oh, they talk like that? Because they're going to be able to do slang words. Like right now, one of the slang words I heard my kids say is they'll go, oh man, we're going to go to the store, we're going to buy this, whatever. And their friend will be like, bet. That meaning, yeah, we're going to go. And my character talks like that in this book. You know, she's like, I told him we were going to get lost. You know, we're going to get lost at this camp. And this guy's like, man, we're not going to get lost. She's like, bet. You know what I mean? And they're all like laughing. And there's this whole, I use all the jargon, but 50 years from now, they're going to look at that, read that, and go, what? What do they mean by that? And they might have to look it up. There's some things I see people read in old Penny Dreadfuls and Dracula and like Frankenstein and stuff. They read it and they go, I don't know what she meant when she said that. Because it's Old English and it doesn't confirm anymore. Some people don't know what those words mean.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, and that's why they're important. They can't go away. And I know that's why she doesn't want to get rid of them. Because someday they'll be a thing. But if you do want to get rid of books, I take donations. So if you got books you want to get rid of, and don't throw them away, and don't give them the Goodwill or anything, because they shred them. I'm not lying, they do.
Wow.
They shred them I shouldn't be talking crap about companies, but they shred them, and I don't agree with that. So bring them here, because I'll find homes for them. Either if I can't sell them, you know, because I sell you see my prices are very reasonable. If I can't sell them, I will find homes for them.
So
for
now,
people that need them.
So if a person came in and said, hey, I'm looking for a specific book, you could probably find that book for them.
In minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, minutes.
So that's a nice resource. Right
Yeah,
there.
they can just order books. I got them in 2 days. A lady, before you guys came in here, a lady came in and ordered a book for her daughter for Christmas. She goes, you think you get this before Christmas? I looked up front, just realized I can get one of them before Christmas. The other one you want, you're so late in the game. Even my distributor's gonna be like, because so many people want it. But I was like, I said, what you can do is, you can buy a gift certificate. Have them come back after Christmas is done and buy their books. They'll have a certificate for $30, $20, $15, whatever. They can come in and pick books out. Maybe they'll pick something different.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll want to order that book and buy something else.
Right.
So she's like, what do you think about that? So there's that. I mean, I have options and I can get anything. I order everything. There's a lot of stuff I can't carry in here because of the fact that it's space. You know what I mean? But I can get anything. I use the same distributors as Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. Like, it's all the same stuff. So I can get everything you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a beautiful meeting place.
Yep.
Lots to look at.
Yep.
Lots to read.
Yeah.
Good coffee. Good fellowship.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me coming in and actually, spending some time
Yeah.
and get to know you, and we'll get this out to Conneaut and see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Just come in, man. Thank you, man.
Have yourself a great Christmas.
Yeah.
Man.
You too.
Okay, guys. Hey, that was the end of that. It was a little lengthy, but we're not restricted by time anyhow. So we are a half hour into this beautiful day, and that was pretty much all I had to actually put out there. But guys, be safe. Be safe. Christmas season is in full swing. We hope to have a couple more of these out before Christmas actually happens. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the holidays. If you're an event person and you have an event you want to actually put out, get a hold of me. If you have a business that you want to feature on our show, I don't charge you for this. I mean, I do this because I love to promote Conneaut businesses and events and things that are going on in Conneaut. Whatever else is going on in Ashtabula County is irrelevant. But basically, we are just a Conneaut-based talk show that just wants to feature just Conneaut people. If you have birthdays that you want announced, if you have weddings that you want announced, if you have a special event that you want announced, give us a shout, or just put it on my Facebook page, Conneaut, the Conneaut Stream Live, and I'll be happy to post it for you, because that's just what we do. We're Conneaut. We're all in this together. So hey, reach out to me if you have an idea that you would like to put a video together. It doesn't have to be quite that long. It's just Mike has so much to talk about. So, and it has such a great place to actually talk about. if you get a chance, go down the Attic Athenaeum and enjoy some of his stuff there. If not, just stop and have a cup of coffee, chit chat, watch TV, watch the local news. You got the Wi-Fi there. It's just a nice, quiet place, and I think it's definitely some place that Conneaut can be proud to actually have in it, and it's going to do a lot of great things. So, all right, hey Mike, we wish you a lot of luck in your venture and all the other things that you actually do. And so this is Crazy Dave, and we are out of here for today. Have a great day, guys.